Hey, is it guys? I'm making another what if. What if Deku was trained by Oob? Yeah, I'm making like the Oob that was like basically in like the manga version of Oob, getting trained by Goku in like a universe, like a different universe timeline that was trained by Goku. So basically, this Oob in this timeline is basically has the Kaioken, and he has a lot of abilities. He can literally not literally yeah, he has he just has the Kaioken and like the heavy gi and a lot of more ki control than any human, and plus he is the reincarnation of Majin Buu, so don't forget that. So I'm gonna make this brief. Everything was going simple until Oob fell through a portal. The older version of Oob fell to a portal, went into another world, looks down and see a kid getting bullied. And the kids are, and Oob's hearing the kid said, "Yo, you trying to be a hero, but you don't have any power, no quirk." And Oob seeing them using a power that's not key, but he can probably help this little kid out. So basically, after Deku got beaten up like badly, Oob walks up to him and heals Deku since he knows the healing technique. And asks Izuku, is he alright? Like, he doesn't know his name, but he asks, is he alright? He said, yeah, just wish I... Sir, can I ask you a question? Oob looks at him and says, yeah, sure, go ahead. Can I be a hero without a quirk? And Oob asks, what's a quirk? And Izuku started explaining what quirks are about superpowers. He said, oh, I don't have that. I have a power called ki, and I could probably teach you without using a quirk. Izuku's pondering this, like, can that be real? And Oob just shows him like a many abilities, and he said, oh, okay. Like he has to ask his mom first. Yeah, so Oob takes Izuku home, walks in, and Inko looks at Izuku and asks who this man is, and Oob explains who he is, and he actually wants to train Izuku because he has a power that doesn't need for a quirk. And Inko lights up and tears up and said, finally, my baby can be a hero. And then he says, training kind of starts tomorrow, so I really don't have any place to live. And Inko lets him stay, like literally until Zuko's get stronger, or until Oob leaves. So Oob, when it starts going to tomorrow, Oob wakes up to Zuko and says it's time for training, and he basically wakes up and start making Izuku do push-ups, sit-ups, squats, all that. So basically, he gives little Izuku some gi that's a little at least 5 times, kilos, and on each thing. So he has to basically stick with this, run this every day. Even though he goes to school, he keeps them under his clothes. So basically, Deku is working hard to try to be a hero. So when it comes to a day, Oob told Izuku to take off his clothes, and after hearing it fall hard, he said, damn, is those clothes really that heavy? And then he asked Deku to jump in the sky. Izuku obliged and jumped, and he noticed he jumped basically high. He said, whoa. And then he actually started teaching Deku some ki control. He said, pretend your ki is like a river, flowing down. Try to pour in a glass cup, literally into a glass cup. Imagine that imagine the glass cup is you, and I should do that myself. Imagine the glass cup is you, and you getting the water into your power, into yourself. Izuku would actually think about it and actually ponder of water. Imagine a sink this time, pouring it into a cup and see how much power he can hold. So basically, Deku can concentrate, getting the energy, and actually pulling it out and getting 10% of his ki, 10% of it. He said, "Ooh, Mr. Oob, I did it." He said, "You did well. Now try to put it into your body and make it focus on your senses." So Izuku obliges and did the senses and hardened up his body. He knows he's significantly stronger. So he asked he told Izuku to put his weight clothes back on and come with him, and he pulls out a capsule. He said, "What is it, Mr. Oob?" And he said, this is for my old friend. Her name was Boma, and she made a room like a spirit in time. After Oob actually explained his story and how he even got here. So Izuku kind of believed him. So basically he pulls out a capsule, and then he went in, and this room was like a miniature like Hababal time chamber. So once you walk in, it's like a big one, but once out, it looks like a house. So basically, Deku said, what is this place? And Ubu explains how far you can go and how the gravity is and the space-time and all that. So Deku obliged, and this time room doesn't age you. So you're basically not going to get aged. So yeah, so basically, Ubu and Deku started to train, getting up Deku on his martial arts skills, and start doing a lot of more ki control. And then he started trying to do his own thing sometimes, like making his own like ki blasts, like ki punches, like ki punch, and puts a ki around his fist and socks and makes a shockwave. And he said that might be pretty useful. Oob thinks, yeah, that is. Now Oob taught Zuku a better technique. It's called the Kamehameha wave. After showing Izuku the small half of his power version, Izuku like literally like Kid Goku, he mimicked it. He literally said Kamehameha, and then shot it. It was like Kid Goku's Kamehameha when it took out the Red Ribbon Army. And Oob is surprised. This kid has so much potential. So basically, Oob and Deku trained until night, and then go back and take a shower and start eating food, and Inko sees Izuku getting stronger. And in this timeline, Inko asks Oob, the trainer, as well. He was like wow, like a woman wants to train, like, because no woman trained in this universe except for, yeah, he doesn't know anybody else by that. So he actually trains Inko. So basically, this Inko stays in shape, and she learns a bit like ki control and trains like more. So basically, she does come on the training sessions, and she will like basically get stronger and stronger until like Oob leaves. They will continue getting stronger. So Oob is like really just training them, and Inko does meditate and figure out some other powers, because this time Inko is actually quirkless and had no power. So basically, Inko started to think, should I put my ki in my body and hold it in, not letting the energy out? That's what Inko's doing by herself. She's thinking of holding it in, starts swinging it around, hitting, and then she noticed some divine power. She stops and notices it, and then looks at Oob and Izuku, and then starts training some more until she's still trying to understand how to do it again. She started like learning until she learned divine ki, and then she actually told Izuku and Oob about it. So Oob will actually want to learn this because he never learned it, because the Goku in this timeline had Super Saiyan God in blue, but he never taught him yet because he thought he wasn't ready for it. So everything was getting trained. Oob was learning God Ki, while Izuku was trying to master it a little bit, until like their all hairs turned red, and then they actually learned God Ki. But they notice this form is physically straining, so they have to like keep it like it's their base form. So they train and keep it on the base form, and notice they are simply too strong, so they literally just hold back a bit. Until they got used to the form, they turn it off and continue on their normal strength. So Inko is very, very OP in this version. Oob is very, very OP in this version when he goes back to his timeline and timeline. Izuku is very OP. He actually mastered the Kaioken times 10 because he's determined to be a hero. Inko will actually be kind of stronger than Deku in ways, so she'll learn the Kaioken times 20. And y'all go, wait, why are you making his mom OP? Because I wanted to be awesome, because I'm tired of Inko being a crybaby. I know I love that, but I'm tired of being a crybaby. So I'm gonna continue. After getting out, the sheen doesn't affect him. So basically, Deku's still 4, and he has this incredible power. So he should go to he should tell his mom, like, and what should he call it? Like call his quirk, like, for no one can get suspicious. And thinks about it. He said call, like, the first, you got 2 quirks, God Ki and God Ki, and tell him the God Ki will do a transformation. Basically, they do that and get their quirks checked out. So Izuku and Inko got 2 quirks called Ki and God Ki, and they have a transformation with God Ki, but they still didn't figure out a transformation for normal self. So basically, they keep training until they learn, like, literally bigger Kamehamehas and all that, until, like, the age when Mitsuki and Bakugo came over, and then everything was going south. Mitsuki noticed Inko is physically fit and asked who's that man over there, and she said, oh, this is the training mentor. Well, Bakugo is looking at, like, Deku and knows he's fucking ripped like hell. He said, did he get a quirk? And he asked Auntie Inko, does Izuku have a quirk now? And she said, yeah, his quirk just manifested out of nowhere. Like, literally out of nowhere. And he said, how did it manifest? When Deku was training, he actually manifested his 2 quirks. It's called Ki, that lets you mimic the energy in your body and make it, like, your body stronger the more you train it, and make you do, like, your own Ki into energy waves. And there's another there's a technique to make your power stronger. It's called a Kaioken. So Bakugo gets the first thing down, and then he's trying to learn the other thing. The other one is called God Ki. God Ki is, like, I barely understand how I did it. So she said, wait, Uncle Ito, wasn't you quirkless? And he said, yeah, after his quirk manifested, mine actually manifested out of him. And they was kind of shocked a little bit, but yeah. But they asked, can they see this god form? And Inko actually obliged and showed them her god form. Bakugo and Mitsuki felt the pressure, and Inko noticed that, and she turns it off, said, sorry. So Izuku basically is eating like a fucking truck. Like, he's hungry. Bakugo looks at Deku and then actually notice this is not actually a quirk. Because Bakugo in this version is not stupid, because Deku was quirkless. So when Deku and Bakugo were alone, he said, Deku, I know you're not having that quirk. I know it's something else. Deku turns around and said, wait, what do you mean, Bakugo? It's a quirk. And he said, no, it's not, Deku. I can tell. Quirks don't be that strong. You have to make them strong. And Deku was like, walks up to Kazuki Bakugo and actually talks to Bakugo and explains what's up and what he was looking for a successor. Well, his successor was 2 people, his mom and him. Bakugo was getting a little angry, but he can't deny if he's looking for a successor to handle this power. And Bakugo said literally sorry to Izuku and about to walk off. Izuku is shocked that Bakugo actually apologized to him. While in this case, Bakugo is literally training his quirk. Found him and actually asked the one to train him. He said, sure, whatever. Like, Bakugo is more calm and cool, collected, so started teaching him a little bit of Ki and muscling his body up. And Izuku found this out and actually wanted to train with him. So they trained for like a couple hours. Bakugo explosions are immense, so basically he has to hold his ass back. But Bakugo ended up making time because Deku and Inko was so smarter, he can't learn God Ki like that. So basically Bakugo has no thing for God Ki. So, but Bakugo can learn the Kaioken. He can at least go up to Kaioken times 10. By now, Inko is at 30, but Deku's at 20. So basically, this is going on till like their middle school and all that. Basically, after like middle school, the sludge buildings does get captured in this version. So basically, Deku and Bakugo go on the beach and start cleaning. and making it like a training field. So I'm gonna make it like this. Hold on. I'm gonna make it and get it fighting. This is Bakugo and Deku in the time chamber. After like doing this for 10 months. Basically, they was doing this for 10 months, and now they're ready for the entrance exam. But this is where I'm gonna end it because I think I made it a little too long. I think so. Peace out, and I'll make a part 2. Maybe not, or maybe later. So peace.